know what I'm doing. I have it turned the other way because my phone is plugged into the computer because I was FaceTiming Becca at one point, and then I FaceTimed Courtney at one point, so my phone started dying. And I knew I wanted to make this video tonight because last night I started the let's just talk about the female body conversation, and we did the periods and birth control talk. And so, of course, then what comes after that? Well, if you miss your period and you don't take birth control, what can happen? I don't know, but it's happened to me 4 times. So, the talk about pregnancy. Pregnancy is brutal to your body. It is quite the experience. I have 4 different experiences with pregnancy. With Theo's pregnancy, it was like that new pregnant, everything is horrible, but really it's beautiful and wonderful. And every little thing is a big deal, pregnancy. But really, that last, trimester, I probably could have ran like I did in Zoe's pregnancy and been awesome. I felt really good, and I didn't get too big, and everything's new and exciting, and add on to the fact that we'd been trying for 2 years. And so it was like, I don't know, it's just more defined in a different way. And everything is documented, of course. And with Joey's pregnancy, Theo was only 4 months when I got pregnant, and by the time I was at 7-8 weeks, I was so sick. I remember I was still breastfeeding, and I was nursing Theo one morning, and all I wanted to do was have him finish because I was gonna vomit. And I remember running out of the room at one point and practically throwing Theo at Mark, being like, "Take him because I'm gonna throw up," and then running to the bathroom to throw up. And the round ligament pains were worse. I remember that too the second time. And my back, I did not have any back pain with Theo's pregnancy, and with Joey's I had the worst sciatic pain. It was it was such a pain in the ass. Literally, because sciatic pain hurts your butt cheek. So, no, it was a really horrible pain. My leg hurt and everything. Chiropractor helped a ton. Of course, Joey came 2 weeks early, so I only had to make it to 38 weeks with him. Theo, of course, came a day after his due date. And that pregnancy was a lot more difficult, but also there was an emotional drive there that was different. I was having the oh my God, I'm going to have this other kid, and oh my God, I have to start dispensing my love differently, since I was going to have 2, and I wasn't ready to give up my time with Theo. I also had postpartum depression with Joey after I had him, but I'm not going to get into that this time because I'm going to save that for postpartum talk. And with Angie's pregnancy, of course, it was not planned. It was a whoops, and she made me sick the entire time. I got vertigo with hers for a week and wound up in the hospital a bunch because I was so sick. I didn't gain anything that pregnancy because I was sick the entire time. What I did gain, though, I was pretty large. With hers in general, I also shaved my head that pregnancy because whirlwind. I got migraines constantly. I was uncomfortable and tired. I already had 2 kids that were 2 and 1, and neither of them slept through the night. I just wound up moving the giant king-size bed that we had into the boys' room so that I could sleep in the room with the boys so that I could try and get some sort of sleep because neither of them slept. And I was so tired, and I was so sick. And of course I wound up with high blood pressure at the end of her pregnancy. And so I had to be monitored with hers, and I didn't have that happen with either of the boys. Those were perfectly healthy, everything. And then I was just monitored a ton with her. And then at the end we had fluid issues. And I had to get monitored for AFI. It's a fluid check. I can't remember exactly what it means. So I had to have a fluid check every week because her fluid would fluctuate from being just enough to almost not enough. And then, of course, when they finally decided to induce me, the fluid was super low. I could feel every single movement she made because of that. And everybody thought she was so much bigger, actually, because she was taking up so much of my stomach, that she felt big. But really, she was a peanut. We all thought she was going to be like 8 or 9 pounds, and she was only like 7 pounds, 2 ounces. And then when we left the hospital, she was like 6, and she was like 19 inches. And of course, now we know she's not a peanut anymore. But she hurt my belly. Like, she would move and kick, and it would hurt so bad because there was less fluid. And the less fluid, the less cushion. And so it fucking hurt when she moved. Oh, it hurt so bad. And the fluid checks were like cool because I got to see her, but it was also scary because it was like, why is my fluid acting up? And it made my first year in Hawaii really bad too, because it also made me really depressed, because I mentioned that the extra estrogen and progesterone from pregnancies with girls made me really depressed. It can mess with my brain a lot. And the headaches and stuff happened. So I was really depressed, and I had anxiety and had nightmares, and it was a really tough situation. And then with Zoe's pregnancy, of course, as we all know, I ran the entire time because I didn't want to give my body up. I'd done it 3 times. I was actually pretty, it was frustrating to get pregnant again. Like, of course, I wasn't stupid. Like, I know how it happens. But I was like, damn it. I just started running. I was training for a marathon. And I just lost all this, like, I'd lost like 15 or 20 pounds, but I was like feeling good about myself. And then I made this decision I wasn't going to stop. Unless that doctor told me I had to stop, I was not going to stop running. I was going to continue to run. I started training for the marathon, and then I got vertigo again at Thanksgiving. And so then I decided to give up the dreams of that. And I just did half marathons. I did 4 during that pregnancy, once at like 5.5 weeks, 1 at 13 weeks, 2 an ounce, 1 at about 26 weeks, that was the Hapalua, and 1 at about 34 weeks, which was the hibiscus, and that was an impromptu one. And of course I developed preeclampsia at the end. No, there's no correlation between my running and my blood pressure. My blood pressure was already going bad with Angie's. Actually, they think that if I had stopped running, because I did stop running for like a week or 2, it actually made my blood pressure go up further. And they were all shocked with how much I was running, and my blood pressure was still acting up. But sometimes your body is just done being pregnant. It just can't do it anymore. And my body clearly didn't want to endure pregnancy anymore. So at 37 weeks, of course, they induced me with her because my blood pressure was so bad, and I had the migraines with her were so bad for my blood pressure. Like, felt like somebody was stabbing me in the head with an ice pick. I had to work really hard to stay hydrated because I was running so much. Gatorade was my friend. My phone, my computer. But her pregnancy was easier in general. Like, my body was sore and it hurt, but not nearly as bad. I didn't get any back pain. I felt really good. I look at pictures now and I'm like, damn, I was big. But of course I didn't gain any weight during the pregnancy. I must have lost 20 or 30 pounds at the end, easy. So that's where it put me at, losing 50 pounds since after Angie. I felt really good. She, of course, is like the calmest baby ever. I really think it's all those endorphins from the running. Of course, it's not for everybody. I know this. Also, you can just choose not to do anything when you're pregnant too. That's totally fine. I highly recommend, if that's your choice, to just do it and not feel guilty, because I did it 3 times and honestly it was fine. I believe everybody, don't judge other people's pregnancies. When I was pregnant and I was running, everybody was like, I wish I could. Who cares? Honestly, if you wanted to do nothing, that's fine. If you couldn't, that's totally fine too. Everybody faces a different pregnancy. I endured 4 completely different pregnancies with the same body. And it's insane. Like, it is different every time. The hormones are different. Think about it. Each of those little humans that you're growing are different, and they're different your body's going to be different after how many pregnancies, how many not pregnancies. Some people get hyperemesis, which is like, that's what I pretty much had with Angie. You wind up hospitalized all the time for throwing up and not being able to keep stuff down. There's all sorts of things you can come down with when you're pregnant. You get PUPS, which is like a rash on your body. It didn't happen to me, but of course, I'm pregnant 4 times. I know a lot of things about it at this point. And like, it makes you super itchy. My friend just had SPD, which is like an issue with your pubic bone. I think it's like a dislocation or something. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but it hurts really bad, and like, it makes you slow down a lot. Sciatic pain that I had with Joey hurt so bad. People get swelling all over. The migraines, the depression, aches and pains. Your body is going through a lot. It's growing a human. You're tired. Oh my God. There is nothing like pregnancy fatigue. I am telling you right now, nobody can compare it. It is like this haze over your brain where, like, you should be okay being awake. You can drink all the coffee or don't drink it, whatever, but you could drink all the coffee, all the caffeine you want, and you're not going to feel awake. It's not going to happen. When you are growing a human with your body, it is just going to be tired. You can do nothing, and your body is going to be tired. It fucking makes sense. You're growing bones, you're growing hair, you're growing skin, you're growing organs with your body. You grow a whole nother organ to grow that human. In case anybody doesn't know that's watching this, you grow a placenta, and a placenta is considered, it's deemed an organ. So women that decide to have babies and grow these humans grow a placenta, a whole separate organ with their body that will sustain the life that is also growing from your body inside of you. That's fucking surreal to me. And then you have to give that organ up, like it leaves with the baby. And that organ controls all these hormones and stuff. So then, that's going to go into the postpartum talk and the birth talk. It does a whole other thing when you leave, when it's gone. So, pregnancy's intense. And I've had 4 pregnancies, 4 very different pregnancies that ended in 4 very different births. It's going to be different for everybody, so don't judge somebody that's doing it differently than you. Don't judge somebody who's handling it differently than you. I look completely different with all 4 of my pregnancies. Don't judge how somebody looks when they're pregnant. I probably have the same belly, I would say, for all of them, but like the rest of my body looked different because of the weight gain and weight loss. But my belly was still way out here for like the last 3 at the very least. People also carry differently. Some babies decide that they're gonna like be head down and right down in the pubic bone area. Some babies like to hang in the ribs. Some babies just spread on out, and so they take up a ton of space. Not every pregnancy is gonna look the same. It's just not gonna look the same. It's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be treated the same. And so, don't judge your pregnancies or other people's pregnancies based on your experiences or vice versa. Everybody's is gonna be different. They're all this amazing part of life. You're growing a fucking human. Like, that's insane. If you don't find that amazing, then you are missing out on the wondrousness that is pregnancy. It's also a pain in the ass. I mean, it's fucking hell on earth. Your body is just going through so much. But it is also amazing, and you create this really awesome life. And yeah, so there's the pregnancy talk. I have had 4 beautiful children that I grew with my body. I will say Zoe's was the easiest pregnancy, but the hardest delivery. And again, doctors never once said it had anything to do with my running, that the preeclampsia developed or the blood pressure got so bad. They were confused why it got that point anyways. But it already showed in Angie's pregnancy that my body was kind of already being like, dude, fucking stop, we're over this. But yeah, working out definitely helps. So if you can work out, I definitely highly recommend it. It drastically changed my pregnancy for me. Made it so much easier and more enjoyable. If you can't, fucking no judgment, do you, man. It's hard being pregnant. You're growing a human. If you want to sit on the couch and eat bonbons and drink root beer, then do it, or soda, or just hydrate too. Please hydrate, because that's key when you're pregnant. yeah, take care of yourself, and you're growing a fucking human. Just fucking, oh my god. So there's the pregnancy talk. I feel like it's a little discombobulated, but it happened. And now I'm going to drink water and I don't know what else. It's been a good day. I got some phone calls and some interviews. Got scheduled for some stuff. Got some things going in order, so that's a good day. And yeah, I hope you guys do some good self-care.